ones, it is Mother Mary here today. March 2018 on your world will raise transparency and exposure to a new height. The light coming to your world in March has new, otherworldly characteristics. It has a new core plasma structure, a new crystalline-coated light frequency that is going to speed up the ascension process for every living being on your world. How does this show up for each of you? In March, a tone of oneness will ring at a certain pitch and frequency that all will hear. But first and second light wavers will hear it crystal clearly. Their gifts will unwrap and emerge so accessibly, and they will feel more succinctly and clearly their every next step of purpose, power, pleasure, and perfection. This wave of perfect light tones, sounds, and colors will also increase the full exposure of all efforts made that are discordant with the new light. The dark ones, or those embracing dark strategies and plans, will find that they are no longer battling light so much in other physical beings on this world. They are being brought to task by the light itself. The light of March energies is going to lock in on the dark energetic matrix operating in those so far into separation consciousness at this time that their energy fields are literally now incompatible with life, in such a way that their dark programs and dark encodements inside themselves will be light cured, if you will, and light lasered, so much so that they will stumble in their tracks and in their efforts to service any longer and to find success any longer in serving the dark energies any longer. The light codes of March may be, and it is as yet unknown, but may be powerful enough to turn some of the darkest souls' darkness programming back toward the direction of the Godlight's eternal flame. Not all will turn to the light, but the light of March 2018's codes will make the dark energy matrix programming incompatible with the functioning of the autonomic sympathetic nervous system and the parasympathetic nervous system functions. Darkness now cannot support life. Life needs light to live. And so, what will be exposed to the confused and spellbound masses is new inklings of the greater manipulations of their brains functioning. They will begin to shudder and startle themselves awake as the dark ones, the master manipulators, are left more naked, stripped of their fraudulent curtains, and unable to perpetuate and perpetrate the mind games that still have worked even prior to March 2018. March will bring a certain level of awakening mayhem. Mayhem meaning quantum awakening with no time delays in terms of information exposure and conscious integration of the suppressed knowledge now in plain sight. Will the dark ones still try to find a corner of a curtain or a bit of a mask to use or will they turn and flee? It remains to be seen, but the truth now is that from March 2018 on, the light will permeate even the darkest of matrix structures, so much so that any particle uncomfortable with the beam of this level of divine source light, beaming purely, lovingly, holistically, and empoweringly to every single living soul on this world, that the darkness here will soon cater to becoming a version of light and enlightenment, because darkness cannot exist, function, or reign in such immense fields of pure light. It is simply incompatible with the true nature of darkness. For in truth, darkness at its core has seeds of light. Dark ones deny this. They are programmed against this. But in truth, they are in fact this very essence of light too. So March will seed codes of light on this planet that have never been seen in this way before on any world. The invisible will become vastly more visible, and what is visible will only increase its visibility and impact on the greater whole. So prepare, dear ones, for unity consciousness. Prepare for divine light surges to expand and thrive here in March. What some have warned in other times in history as the Ides of March, and some have called March Madness, we will say is the divine eyes of March, where souls will rise out of their unconsciousness, sleeping, slumbering, and programming in much greater numbers now. For the light of March frequencies will literally, cosmically, etherically, and profoundly open their eyes to the full spectrum picture of this time of the Earth's transition to 5D. When 5D is exposed through this great light, 3D will be 1,000-fold exposed for the hoax, the game, and the false reality matrix it truly ever was. And a call to greater integration within will be summoned by Source Light in March 2018 and beyond, ever increasingly going forward. How does one prepare? Those that are awakened souls are ready, for they know how to listen and how to see with soul vision through their heart centers. These awakened souls will take their earthly positions wherever they are called to be, to ground, support, and anchor these new templates and frequencies of light. Those quantum leaped in March and beyond into their more true selves and soul vision, in which fake news and false reality is now seen in plain sight at a preschool level of comprehension. They will need support from all realms, including their own higher selves, and the aid of other on-the-ground awakened ones. Dark energies cannot continue to manifest anything further in these new, exposing, naked, raw light realms. Darkness requires cloaks. Darkness requires coercion. Darkness requires consent from human and all species souls. Darkness requires collusion, and darkness requires fear. When the light streams through and exposes all of the pathways through which darkness created itself here on this world, all pathways will very quickly dry up and cease to exist. Is Mother Earth designed to be a desert? No. Are places in your world that are arid and dry truly designed to be dry and arid? No. The earth is a place of water, flow, and abundance. It is a tropical rainforest, home to thousands and thousands of species of light. And light requires moisture in order to create rainbows. What is Source's biblical promise to all beings of this world? Love, provision, abundance, light, balance, peace, and joy. These are the colors of the rainbow. Red, yellow, orange, green, light blue, royal blue, and purple. All spectrum of light and color is returning to your world, and darkness will either turn to light or turn dry and become dust to alchemize into ether once more and return to Source another way for review and purification. March brings the Ides, or eyes of Source, to the forefront of all consciousness now. The rainbow of light showering this new earth chapter is a promise of the goodness and abundance to come. A storm may precede that rainbow of goodness experience, but trust the rainbow to shine through and re-stabilize these shifts and their far-reaching cosmic effects. This is our message for humanity on February 27th, 2018. Fill yourselves with light. Open your hearts to the light. Be ready and open to receive the light. All will be bathed in these new expansive codes of divine sight and higher light. We are one in this reset and restabilization process. We are one in the cleansing experience of this new light. We are one in the alchemy of darkness, returning to the light. And we are one in the birthing of the experience of this grand new earth light and ascension breath of the God light. Find comfort in the light. Trust its truth. Call in all of your guides to soothe where the wounds and fears trigger. Be one in the collective heart, ready to receive bountiful light and immense Source love once more. And be that frequency as much as you possibly can as March cleansings and ascensionings unfold and unfurl more of the new earth template to be. All my love.